suppose, like, say, war. Like, I'm one of these people, like, one of my friends is, like, serving in Iraq, and I can't believe that, like, we're at war. I just can't believe that we're at war sometimes, right? And do you remember, like, the build-up to the Iraq War? You had George Bush basically said, Saddam Hussein has got 48 hours to get out of town. That's not war. That's a bad 1950s B-movie Western, right? And so, like, I wrote this poem, and I was, like, so, like, hyped up, like, about the war, and I thought, nah, man, we're not going to go to war. So I wrote this poem about the war, and this poem is called Hatrix Resolutions. This war, it's stressing us out. It pervades the airwaves, leaving us with no doubt that it's all about who has the clout. And despite our screams and shouts, Bush has beckoned Blair to repeat his father's bout. But where does that leave those who see me, Mr. G? You're hoping to hear a pantheon of prose performed for posterity. This war's been shown on TV. And for those who know my poetry, I like to flip scripts heroically until my lips splits with flow, you see. Are you still with me? Okay. We got Saddam, who rhymes with Taliban, who ruled Afghanistan, and knew Bin Laden. God damn, there's your link right there. Colin Powell would move his bowels, connecting these consonants and vowels. Even Carol Vorderman would applaud them and award the war to be declared, on the grounds that the sounds of the rhymes are so clear. For I don't need a push to bring in Bush. I can refer to Brown and Blair without a care. But I was kind of proud when Michael Howard replaced Ian Duncan Smith, because lyrically that name made me do a drunken skip. And now David Cameron's come on board to their sunken ship. And obviously Charles Kennedy didn't have that drink remedy, so let me hypothetically, let credibly create a clunking shift to Al-Qaeda, who shouldn't need to think their leader won't be seen to in my poetic prose or grammar, for Osama knows I plan to include him in my rhyming banter without a hiccup, pause, or stammer. Unlike Hans Blix, who stands fixed between Iraq tricks and US antics. Searching through a sand pit, the world stands transfixed while watching tan pricks play games with people's lives. The desert storm seems to form into my brain to make a rhyme. You know, it's a pity that Jacques Chirac didn't attack Iraq. I'd probably pack a poetical plaque for stacking words like that. And if you think back, Saddam was stacking Kurds like that, in an ironically absurd-like fact. The Kurds were purged without a word while the US bald eagle bird said, Jack, never forget it. We had over 1 million voices shouting not in my name. If you're elected by the people, for the people, shouldn't you say the same? Thanks.